Hello and welcome everyone to Dokeycraft episode 14. Today we are starting off at Starkin's base because I did tell Starkins I was going to build something at his base but didn't actually do that last episode. So today we are going to start off the episode with building a house at Starkin's base. Now I've got an idea of what I want to do, however I don't exactly know how I'm going to build it, and he's got different plots of land, so I'm going to have to find the right one to build this at. What I'm thinking of doing is basically taking up this section here and building basically where these two plots of lands are, but I'm going to be connecting them as one. So today we're going to start off with a small time lapse and then we're going to go into some redstone after that. So let's hop into a time lapse.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, this is awesome.
I'm very happy with this.
Yeah, no wonder why, mate. This is amazing. I think this is one of your best builds ever you built, period.
Moss with a little bit of birch and green wool as the roof.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
Do you like the little hat I almost put on the top of the big thing?
I did a little wizard's hat. Mate, this looks amazing. No, mate, this is amazing.
I think it's actually really good.
Oh mate, it's amazing and blends so well with this.
Look at this. Such small details, but I used campfires and fence gates as like the little things above the windows, the little...
Those small details make up everything, mate.
Hey, we won't talk about how there's a chimney, even though there's no fireplace.
I was going to mention that because, like, was there a fireplace inside?
I might even get rid of some of these fireplaces and things around the outside of this castle area. Maybe do the same pattern almost as this place here, so it kind of fits in. Do you see why I had to hold this back from last episode?
Yeah, I can definitely tell.
Because last episode I was running out of time and I didn't want to do another time lapse or another build with like barely any time left. So during that time lapse, I probably built one of the smallest, yet one of the most detailed builds I've ever done. Once again, I am very happy with how this turned out. You guys could see that Starkins was pretty impressed as well, which considering the builds that he is making around this place, I am very happy that he's proud of this. The interior still has a bit of work to do. I haven't done too much in here, but yet again, none of Starkin's bases have any interior designs inside of them. They're all simply just blank. But that is something I've been wanting to do for the past 2 episodes, and I finally had the urge to do it and tick it off. So with that out of the way, it is time that we focus a little bit on redstone. So yes, we have done plenty of redstone around the base, so it's not a big deal when it comes to finishing up this redstone, as we have basically done everything we need. However, there are small little bits of detail that I would like to complete because it is just annoying me. As much as I don't really need them, it is annoying me heaps. And that is the fact that I can't access those chests from up here. Now, a couple other things I was also planning on doing is I was going to add a super smelter and a brewing station on either side of this little pathway here. However, I'm thinking of just considering moving these chests up to this side and then put the super smelter on this side. And then I was going to put the brewing area in this wall just here. There isn't too much behind it, but I'm not going to use too much redstone inside of this brewing area. It's simply just going to be some stations that I could just brew potions at whenever I need to. So what I have quickly just done is I've actually added in a couple brewing stands as well as cauldrons and some barrels for storage, while also trying to use the new tough blocks, as I have not used that around my base and I'd like to implement it somewhere. I also added some nether wart over here just in case I need any of that, because yes, we do have a farm or a little area in the industrial area which actually supports nether wart for us, but I thought to add some here because I don't want to travel all the way to the industrial area every single time I need to get nether wart. But I think it's a cool little addition we've added to these rooms. It makes these walls feel not so empty anymore. But now let's get our redstone cap on because we need to bring these up into this area here. But we also need to be able to sort through all the other non-stackable items that I haven't achieved yet. So here we are in our little redstone world that we've got going on here. Here are some of the redstone machines that I want to implement into the sorting system. So yes, we've already made this system here which sorts out all the enchantment books. We've also already made this one here which sorts out the potions from all the other items. So this machine here is still on the developing side of things, but it's able to sort out all the armor pieces or non-stackable items that the player can wear. So yes, I've got this sorting system here, which uses an iron golem and a skeleton, as the skeleton has infinite arrows and is able to shoot all the armor stands that the armor pieces get sorted onto. So if I get a diamond chest plate and I put it in here, you'll see that it now gets shot by the skeleton, with the armor piece getting sorted into this chest with all the other items getting sorted into that chest. So that's how this works. However, I'm not sure if I'm going to add that into my system because it's such a complicated little section, as well as I haven't 100% figured out how to make it so the iron golem actually doesn't take any damage, because every now and then the skeleton will shoot the iron golem and eventually over time this guy will just die every single time. So there's probably no point in making this. However, over here I do have a system which actually can sort out all of the minecarts from the rest of the items. So if I get in like a sword, a boat, and then all these other minecarts as well, it'll then just sort it out over time. You can see that the sword and boat got put into there, and now the minecarts are now getting sorted in this area over here as well. You can see that the sword and the boat were able to get sorted in there while the minecarts are down in this chest here. Now the reason I had to add a cauldron at the top with a sticky piston facing down into it is because the furnace minecart is actually slower than all the other minecarts. If I put in a minecart, you'll see that it then gets shot out and then just makes its way to the other side. The furnace minecart is a little bit slower than the normal minecart. And so what it does is it comes across and then the cauldron destroys that furnace in a minecart and then puts it into here. I also have to be a bit careful with the TNT. The reason I had this cactus here, well, first off, it is to destroy the minecarts, but second of all, if this lava actually touches the minecart in a TNT, it'll actually blow it up. So I need to be very careful with that and make sure I set this up correctly in my base. So my next step is to make a little storage system along this side of this pathway that come from down there, so then all the non-stackable items can be accessible from this area up here. On second thoughts, I was planning on taking all the potions up to that other area I was talking about, but instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to add chests behind this system here, and all the potions are going to be sorted into this area here. I've just realized how long it's been since I've actually done some redstone. It has been a really long time since I've done this. Now is the real test. If I put in these two potions in there, they should now end up in that little storage area over there. And there they both are. They both end up in this large chest here. That works out very well. I'm happy with that. Obviously, you can see a little bit behind the chest, so I'm going to have to quickly cover that up. There we go. That is what I'm talking about. So what I've done is made a separate layout with all these chests. As you can see, these chests here are going to be all the random non-stackable items. We've got enchantment books in these chests here, and then all the minecarts are going to go into these chests here. So what I've done is I've actually hooked up all the enchantment books to go into that chest there already. However, these items are still down here. So our next step now is to attach this to that up there. But before we do that, we need to mine this whole entire area down an extra 5 blocks just to make it a bit easier to make all these redstone machines. What have I just come across? There are 3 invisible spiders. Are they supposed to spawn in groups? Is this a natural occurrence? Like, is this just luck, or do they just do that? Because I did not think you guys were supposed to do this. What? There we go. We've now got a whole heap of building space to finish off these redstone contraptions. So let's quickly do that. So we are back, and yes, we've got a whole entire system here that's able to sort out all the non-stackable items. So there are a couple things I had to change, and that's firstly the minecarts. As you saw in the testing world, I had a whole entire system which would sort out between the minecarts and all the other non-stackable items. If the system gets any water buckets inside the minecart system, then it will actually deploy the water or lava, whatever it is, and then break the system. So I can't actually build that in my sorting system yet. However, for now, I'm just going to have to manually put the minecarts in there, which isn't too much of a hassle. But yeah, I've tested out everything. All the non-stackables go in here, which means we can actually finally clean up this back area here, which is full of all the non-stackable items. So now the final thing I actually need to do is decorate this little corridor here and fit in the super smelter, which I actually probably won't make as a super smelter itself because we've already got plenty of those at the industrial area. So I'm just going to put a whole heap of furnaces along the wall, not just because of decoration, but because I might need to smelt something in the future. And considering the stage of game that we're at right now, I do not need to do as much smelting as what we think I need to. And there we go. That should be this entire area now done. This entire storage system is now complete. We have nothing else really to do. There might be some minor improvements I might do as the season goes on, but all the way from down there until this point here, we have fully completed the entire storage system. Honestly, as much as I enjoyed working on this storage system, it feels like such an accomplishment being able to complete this entire thing. It saves so much time. It was so much fun to build as well. And just how cool does this place look? Definitely one of my best redstone builds, because redstone is one of those things that is really difficult to make it look good depending on how you build it. So trying to make details for this place was a little bit difficult, especially coming up with some of these roof designs. Like I did this on an entire live stream and I came up with this on the spot. Like I was pretty proud of that. And now we can focus a lot more on our base as well. Now that we've ticked off all of the smaller tasks, it is time to work on our base. So we have now finished off this entire sign here, which means all we have left to do is finish terraforming the base, clear out the mountain at the front of the base, and then finish off the front area of Helm's Deep, which includes the wall and the ramp or entrance, whatever you want to call it. You want me to tell you what else it means by completing this entire area? Instead of now just skipping to go through the back end and fly through here, I have to actually go through my base in order to get here. Which overall, it may take a lot longer than just skipping through and flying into this area. But it is so fun just going through my base to see everything I have built. So we are getting to the point of the video now where we have more terraforming to do. Yes, I know, we're going to be doing terraforming in every episode from now until the end of the season. I know, it's so exciting. I'm pretty sure you guys should be used to it by now anyways. We do have plenty to do on the mountains. However, we are getting close to actually finishing it off. We're still at least a month away before we can finish it off. However, I'm going to grind my head off until I get this whole entire thing down. So without further ado, let's hop into the next time lapse. Some more progress has been done on the mountains. It is getting really tall at this point. You can see that the top is almost connected. This eventually will be a peak. I originally set my goal to complete the entire thing, but I'm thinking I might just do the front area for now. These mountains are absolutely draining my sanity right now. It is taking forever to do these mountains, and I just can't sit here and do too much of them. However, that may change in the future because I am still determined to finish up these mountains. There's still a lot to do and I do want to complete it at some point. But as I said, they are draining me like crazy. So trying to get them done is very difficult right now. So I'm going to take a little bit of a break, go and explore, do other things. I may not even work on the mountains for the next episode or two. However, it really just depends on how I feel at the time and if I'm up for the challenge. But we've still got one more task to finish off the episode with. So you guys remember that we do have a bridge here, as well as we've got other things over here, such as pathways going to Mordor, and as well as I finish off the path that heads over to my base over here. However, it just ends at this point right here. We've got a little area to build a raft, which will then end up at my base somewhere over there, which I have no clue, haven't thought that far ahead yet. But we've got to build that, as well as one other thing. See, along these paths, it does get a bit empty, as in we've got bridges, but then there's just a simple path with trees around it. I want to build something else next to these paths. It's difficult trying to find a spot for this. I think right here will actually do. It's a nice flat area, naturally generated as well. Let's just clear up this area and then let's get building. There we go. We've got a nice place cleared out now. And now we've got some material gathering to do. I don't even know if I've got the stuff for this build. All the materials have been gathered, so let's get building on this little structure. I just realized that I have to mine out this area in line with this, which isn't too much, but it is going to be annoying. So let's quickly mine that out. And with the click of the fingers, it transforms just like this. Now that is what you call clean editing. Very clean, you know, there was nothing wrong with that. You guys can totally not tell that there was no editing involved in that. But we have built ourselves a 7-Eleven. This is the best thing that you're going to come across on this pathway. I hope Jason doesn't mind because his base is just there and right outside his door he's now got a 7-Eleven. But I think this place turned out very well. Very easy to build. It wasn't too difficult. Just a simple exterior, and then you come in and you've got like coffee machines, slushy machines. Got the freezers, which I did use armor stands for because you can see that there's items lying down on the floor there. We got some other food items, as well as we've got the counter over here, maybe like a popcorn machine. I still got to add some detail to that maybe. But yeah, I've also added like some little trolleys around the place, which I think looks really good. And obviously we've got the big 7-Eleven sign. I hope I put the 7 around the right way. But that is another addition to this pathway now, outside Starkin's base and Jace's base, to add a bit more detail so it doesn't feel as empty. I'm very happy with it. Link to this build in the description. You should go check him out if you want to build a 7-Eleven yourself. Don't question why there's parking lots here as well. There's no cars on the server. I forgot to put some smooth stone slabs there. You guys never saw anything. Let me fill that up. You're just flying down and you just come across Mordor. You'll come across Starkin's base and my base. And then out of nowhere, there's just a 7-Eleven in the middle of the road. I'm very happy with it. It's the most out of nowhere build on the server. Now, there's one more thing I haven't actually done in this yet. I'm going to turn it into like a little XP station. So if your elytra is dead, you're walking down the pathway or flying nearby and your elytra's in the red zone, you're not bothered to go to the end, so then you have to use the Enderman farm. Well, here I'm going to try and build something that costs a diamond. So the player will throw a diamond in and then it will give them enough experience to get their elytra back up and going. Obviously, they don't just need it for the elytra. They could use it for other things as well, but I'm going to aim this to be like an elytra restock station almost. First off, I've never built one of these, so I don't know how to build it. I'll have to look that up. And second of all, I've kind of filled up this place, and I have no clue where I'm going to put it. I could turn maybe one of these machines into it. Oh, I could even just put it at the counter, to be fair. I think we'll add it right here. I think that is a good spot. So, once again, I'll be back with us once we build this little XP machine. So I've learnt one thing, and that is to test things out in a creative testing world before you absolutely make a mess down here. Yeah, nah, you guys don't need to look at any of that. But I have got an idea, and all you need to do is put the diamond in this chest, and it will go through into the system. I'll get this done by next episode, so don't you guys worry. But yeah, I think it's time we wrap up today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Next episode, we're going to be doing a lot more building once again. We've got a lot more to achieve. I still probably won't do any of the mountains in next episode. I need a real break. As much as I really am tempted just to start building on them again, I really need that break to give me time to get the brain refreshed so then I can put 100% effort into these mountains. As much as I do want to do these mountains next episode, I think it's best for me just to have a break. But next episode, we'll have plenty to do, so don't you guys worry. Anyways, I'll see yous later. Bye.